Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing this kind of warm, smoky green eye, stepping out of my comfort zone and playing with some shades that I don't usually play with. So I had so much fun creating this look, and of course I used the new Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Vault collection palettes. I have not used them on camera yet, so I'm super excited to share with you guys how I created this look using just these. So as always, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, just go ahead and hit that button down below so that you don't miss out on any of my videos. And also don't forget to hit the little post notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload. So if you want to see how I created this look, just keep watching. I swear that every single time I sit down to get ready to film, it is always stormy outside. Like, always. I feel like the past 5 or 6 videos it has been stormy. So if you hear anything, that is what it is. Alright, so starting off, as usual, I'm going to take some tape and I'm just going to put that on the corner of my eyes just to kind of help lift them up. Alright, so starting off, I'm going to take my Smashbox photofinish lid primer in the shade Light, and I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids with that just to give us a nice base, of course. And you guys know that this is my all-time favorite eyelid primer. I cannot live without this stuff. So I'm trying to get like a bunch of videos filmed because this weekend we're going up to see my boyfriend's family and they live about 3 hours away. So I'm like, what perfect way to get some videos edited, because I'm going to be sitting in the car for like 3 hours. So I'm trying to get so many filmed so that I can just work on them on the ride, and of course it'll help the ride go a little bit quicker, and then I can have videos for you guys all week. So I'm trying my absolute best to get everything filmed. So next I'm going to go into my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm going to go in with the skin tone shade right here, and I'm going to set my entire lid with that. So I'm definitely sorry that I haven't been able to upload a lot. I've been trying, and I actually sat down and filmed this exact look that I'm about to do now. I might tweak it just a little bit, but I did sit down and film it, and I imported it to my computer and got ready to edit it, and I just, everything about it I did not like. Like, I was nitpicking every single thing that I did wrong in it. So of course, knowing me, I want to go back and refilm it and do it even better, because I don't want to upload something that I'm not happy with. It's just not who I am, and I definitely, when I upload, I want to be happy with the videos. So I decided to just go ahead and refilm it. But I've been so busy, of course, because of work. We're getting ready to go back into season, so just trying to get everything ready. And I'm at a new location for the summertime because the salon that I work at is only down to 2 days, and I had to keep hours. So I'm at another location right now, so I've just been super busy. And then of course by the time I get home and get showered and take care of everything, it's just, I'm exhausted, and I don't have time to film. So I apologize so much, and I'm trying my all together best to get videos filmed, but at the same time still try to live my life, because I need to find that balance. It's kind of hard for me sometimes because I try to go with working and filming, and it's just, there's no time to live my life. And so I really don't want to do that. Like, I actually want to enjoy life. So I'm trying to find like little pockets of time that I have between work to get videos filmed and ready. And then the more that I can film at once works out even more. So I'm sorry that was like a mouthful and I was just blabbing away, but definitely wanted to talk about that. I feel like I haven't sat in front of the camera in a while, so of course this video is going to be a little bit of a chit chat, because you guys, you know me. So definitely the green smoky eyes have been inspiring me now that we are in the fall months. I don't really play with too many like pops of colors like greens and blues and purples, and especially greens, because I always for some reason just stay away from them. That and purples, like I never mess with them. But I have been seeing so many pictures of just green looks, and I'm so inspired. I think they are so beautiful, so I'm definitely going to show you guys an easy way to create a green smoky eye with just very few shadows. So to achieve our green smoky eye, I'm going to be using two palettes that I have not played with on camera yet. Well, I technically did because I filmed a look similar to this and ended up deleting it using these palettes, but this is actually the first time that you guys have seen me mention them. So I'm going to be using the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill Vault collection. I'm going to be using two of her palettes. I'm going to be using Dark Magic and Armed and Gorgeous. So Dark Magic is of course her green palette, which is absolutely beautiful. This is what inspired me so much because I bought all of these so I can venture out and play with different shades. I'm loving all these cool greens and this little blue right here. I love everything about this palette, and I'm super excited to show you guys the look I have in mind with it. And then I'm also going to be dipping into her Armed and Gorgeous palette, which is also just screams fall. It's just fall all over with this palette, but I really like the browns in this palette. I think they are a nice warm, but they have like a little bit of a cool tone to them as well. Like this brown, I'm still gonna be fine, so I don't know where it's going, but this brown right here I absolutely love. I feel like it's the perfect mixture between them both, so I'm super excited to play with these palettes. So starting off, going into the Dark Magic palette, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, which is a very nice cool tone brown. So I just like how light it is. I feel like it is a perfect shade for our transition. So I'm going to go ahead and take a Morphe M513, and I'm going to go ahead and throw that in our crease as our transition shade. I have been playing with these palettes a little bit off camera, and I actually have really been enjoying them. I haven't had any problems with them whatsoever. I feel like they are extremely pigmented, and I have no problems with the blending at all. I think everything about them has been amazing so far. I've only played with the Armed and Gorgeous and the Ring the Alarm palettes just because you guys know those are my shades. I love the more maroons and plums and reds. It's just, that's so what's up my alley. So of course I've been dipping in to that palette the most. It's been getting most of my love. So of course I want to play with a couple other ones and venture out. Alright, so I'm going to start darkening this look up. So going into our Armed and Gorgeous palette, I'm going to go in with the shade Smooth Criminal right here to start kind of warming the look up just a little bit. I just really want that brown to be in the background of this look. So I'm going to go ahead and take that on a Morphe M433. And the reason that I'm using this brush is because it goes into more of that thinner tip. It's more thin on the sides and it's just more compact. So I like these brushes to really get in that crease and add a shade. Alright, so I'm going to go back in with our transition shade from earlier and just kind of blend those two together just so there's not any kind of lines. Alright, so I really just want our green shade to pop and be the statement of our eyes. So I'm going to take some of my concealer and I'm just going to carve out kind of like a cut crease, just so we can get that eyeshadow to really pop on our lid. Alright, so going back into our Dark Magic palette, I'm going to go in with the shade Trickery right here, which is a very nice shimmery forest green, which I love absolutely everything about it. So I'm going to take a flat definer brush. I'm going to put a little bit on my brush, and then to even make it pop more, I'm just going to take a little bit of MAC Fix Plus and spray it on our brush. And then I'm just going to apply it exactly where we had applied our concealer at. Alright, so that we don't have a harsh line between our brown shades and our green shade, I'm just going to go in and kind of blend it out. So I'm going to go in with a shade that is super similar to it in the Dark Magic palette, and it is Inside Job right here. So I'm going to take that on a Morphe M506, and I'm just going to blend that into the brown shade, just because I really don't want to go up into the crease with a shimmer shade. So that is why I'm using the matte, just to kind of smoke it out and feather it in. Alright, going back in with our Smooth Criminal shade right here, I'm just going to go in and kind of blend everything together. So I'm kind of just feathering it into this inner corner as well, just so you can't really see that harsh line where that green ends on the corner. So I'm just kind of bringing it down into it and then just feathering it in. Alright, and then I'm just going to go over with our transition shade one more time just to make sure everything is nice and blended. Alright, and then we will finish the lower half of our eyes after we finish the rest of our face. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove the tape. And this is seriously the best filling ever. Any of you girls out there that put tape on your eyes, you all know that taking it off afterwards is truly like one of the best feelings. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go in and just kind of clean up the corners. And I'm going to do a winged eyeliner using my Wet n Wild megaliner in black. And then I'm going to apply a small coat of the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara. And then for lashes today, I'm going to be using Ardell's 101 Demi in black. And it is my last pair. I'm so sad, but I've really been enjoying these lashes. And I think they are pretty and they have enough volume to them, but not being too dramatic, which I like. So I'm going to go ahead and apply all of these and I will be right back. Alright, so now that I have liner and lashes on, moving on to our face, I'm going to prime with my usual primers, and I use these year round no matter what time of the year it is, because my skin, no matter if it's fall, winter, summer, spring, is always oily. So the two primers that always work for me, you guys have seen them 1,000 times, is the Smashbox photofinish So Chill Coconut Primer Water and the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot. So I'm going to go ahead and put these on and then we will move on to foundation. Alright, so for foundation today, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Long Wearing Shaping Stick Foundation, and I am in the shade 405 Sand. And I only use stick foundations in the cooler months because they tend to slide around on my oily skin during the summer just because of the heat and my oil and sweating. They just never seem to stay on my skin. Just something about the consistency in them. But of course, when it gets to the cooler months and I'm not outside sweating like crazy, and I still am right now because I live in Florida and it is still 90 degrees outside. But in the next few months, I will be able to wear this outside, and it is so far one of my favorite stick foundations, especially from the drugstore. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a few streaks of this, and I know it looks really yellow on camera, but I don't self-tan my face just because I am so sensitive to every single thing that touches it. It's annoying, but I am just used to not tanning my face. So this does match the rest of my body, but it does not match my actual face right now. So just bear with me, guys. And then I don't like using sponges when it comes to stick foundations. I feel like it just kind of makes it patchy. It doesn't really blend it out because of the wetness in the sponge trying to blend the stick foundation. Just the consistencies don't mix. So I always like to use a brush. I know not too long ago I mentioned I did not like this brush, but I gave it one more chance and I absolutely love using it with stick foundations. Like, this is my brush for that. So I just like to go in and kind of dab and slightly drag just so that it's blending into my skin. So I pretty much do the same with the brush as I do a beauty blender. I just really like to push it into my skin. That's how I know that it's not going to get streaky or move. It's just going in the spot that I am putting it. Alright, so for concealer I'm going to be using my usual, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. And I've actually been doing it just a little bit different here recently. I've actually just been focusing it underneath my eyes and down my nose. I haven't been going on my forehead or lip or chin here recently. I don't know. I guess just less is more is what I've been thinking. But I've just kind of stopped putting it on my forehead because I feel like it just emphasizes it too much. I mean, maybe eventually I'll go back to it, but as of right now, I've just been liking just that. So I'm going to take my sponge and go ahead and blend that out. Next, just taking my Essence Brighten Up Banana Powder, I'm just going to go ahead and set underneath my eyes with that. Just because, especially with us having such a dark eye look, I want to make sure to keep those under eyes nice and bright. And then for powder today, I'm going to be using my Airspun Loose Face Powder, which is one of my all-time favorite powders to use to set my foundation with. I'm actually starting to run out of it. This thing lasts forever, and of course, you don't break the bank buying this. I believe it's only like $5 or something, so really inexpensive. I think it compares so much to a high-end powder, and it lasts so long. Alright, so I went ahead and did my brows off camera really quick just because they take me so long to do. But I used my usual, which is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist and Definer in Dark Brunette. So for bronzer, I'm going to be using one of my favorites, and it is the Hoola Benifit Bronzer. And even though I love this stuff year round, I really love it during the fall because it is such a warm bronzer. And during the fall time, I just love anything warm between my eyeshadows, my blush, my highlight. I like to keep it all on the warmer side. So that is why I always love reaching for this bronzer, especially during the fall months. So for blush, I'm going to be using my Anastasia blush kit in Radiant, and I am going to go in and use this shade right here. I absolutely love it. I feel like it is a beautiful neutral brownish blush. So moving on to highlight, I'm going to be going into my Anastasia Glow Kit in Sun Dipped, and I'm going to go in with the shade Summer right here. And I love, like I said, to keep everything on my face warm during the fall. So that's why I'm going with more of this champagne-y kind of highlight, just to keep this whole look nice and warm. And then I'm going to use that same highlight for my brow bone. Alright, so to finish up our eye look, I'm going to go back in to our Dark Magic palette, and I'm going to go in with the shade Inside Job right here, which is, like I said, stuck my nail in it, but it is very similar to Tickery, which we used all over our lid earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and take a flat brush. This is actually a new one that I got in the BoxyCharm for September. It's one of the Almar brushes, and I've really been enjoying them. I think they are really extremely good quality. So I'm just going to go ahead and press this on my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the shade right here that we used earlier, and on my Sigma Pencil E30, I'm just going to kind of blend that green shade out and just kind of smoke it out a little bit, just so those edges aren't so sharp. You guys, I'm so sorry if you can hear my boyfriend out there. He's playing a video game. So any of you that have boyfriends, you understand. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Essence Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara and apply a small coat to our lower lashes. So to complete our look, I'm going to be taking the Palladio X Casey Holmes Liquid Lip in the shade Rescue. I know mine is super dirty. It has been living in my purse because this is my go-to shade, so don't mind that. But I feel like this is an absolutely perfect lip color for this look, just because it is that nice, dark, rich kind of brown. Alright guys, so that is it for this video. So super easy green smoky eye that is perfect to start off the fall time, especially if you're wanting to venture out and play with shades that are out of your comfort zone just like I did. So I had really fun creating this look and I love how it turned out. So as always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Touch moving in. Ta 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 ta.